Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk to you about how do you grow up as a musician. And I'm talking about this today because I've seen in performances lately a lot of people trying to sound like other people. And I've frankly seen less interesting performances coming from students. And it's a strange phenomenon. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with us trying to comply with the new age of social media where there's instant reaction to how you do things. Now, let me tell you about how I came about this when I was studying. When I started out, of course, I listened to everything my teacher said well into college. And in college, I studied with the great David Finkel. And those lessons were 2 hours, and he would give me tons of advice, lots of tricks, helped me with my technique. He helped me with everything with the cello and with music, even giving me books to read, art I should go look at in the museums, places I should go to understand what the music was about. And I remember asking him one day, when I was probably 19, how am I ever going to get to the stage where I'm an adult musician, where I grow up and can give my own performance? And the answer he gave me is the one I'm going to give you today, and it was very helpful. Two things are obvious right away. The first is you have to learn the technique of the instrument. If you can't play your instrument well, you won't be able to project the music. That's what technique is for. The other obvious thing is you need to learn music theory, maybe a little composition, because both of those help you understand the inner workings of a piece of music, what makes it tick, what puts it together, and what you therefore need to project. And the other part is the history of the music, the composer, what time did they live in? What were they trying to project when they wrote this piece, or what was their overall idea with the music? But once you've done all that and laid the groundwork, and sometimes it happens really early. There are kids who can play well in their teens. That's why I say kids, right? But once you have all that, it has to be your decision. You can go online and see these videos on YouTube about Yasha Heifetz teaching his students in master classes in Southern California. And all those students sound amazing, but they sound just like Heifetz. Now, is that a bad thing? No, not necessarily. If I could get my students to immediately sound like Yo-Yo Ma, we'd have a lot we could work from that. And even Casals apparently taught the Bach suites by playing one measure, having you play a measure, and keep playing it back till it sounded just like Casals, and only then would he move on to the next. Well, it's a tedious way of learning, becoming a human CD, and I don't recommend doing it now. A little bit of that, a little bit of imitation might be a bit of a shortcut from time to time. But the answer is don't get stuck in this political thing where we say, oh, in the 21st century, we don't put too many slides in our music because it isn't respectful, or it sounds wrong for the time period. Oh, don't do too much vibrato in Bach. These things are true generally, but if you listen even 50, 60 years ago, people played Bach with tons of vibrato and a thick sound, something very few would do today. And that's the point. Times change. It's not scientific. So what I want to communicate to you is what David Finkel communicated to me on that day. After you've learned the basics, after you can play your instrument and you understand the background of the music and you understand what the composer was trying to say, now it's time to go into your heart and find something that has meaning. And don't be afraid of what critics say. If they're saying you played out of tune and had memory slips, yeah, that's something. But assuming that you're playing and performing well and they disagree with the way you play it, that's their issue. You need to project what is meaningful to you. The most important thing is that you be sincere. It's partially a science. The technique, learning the instrument, is a science. Things like the tempo and the volumes can be recorded and scientific, but there's that part that you can't put your finger on. We don't want to now just sound like a copy of someone else. Soon enough, AI music will be able to do that, right? So let's search to become even more original. And I'm really interested in your thoughts. If you're a professional musician, what was the process like for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you're a student, are you struggling with this? What are your questions? Ask me in the comments, ask other people in the comments. Let's work on this together. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.